Math 1, Practice 2.8.1, Operating on Functions. So, we're going to take more than one function, we're going to add, subtract, multiply, and divide them to create a new function. Okay? So, remember our function notation, right? That would be your input. The whole thing is your output. Okay? So now, when you see that notation like that, f plus g of x, that means you're taking function f and adding function g to it. So I'd go 5x minus 2 plus 3x plus 5. So then we would just combine the terms that are the same. So 5x and 3x would become 8x. Negative 2 and positive 5 would become 5 minus 2 is positive 3. So our new function is 8x plus 3. Okay? And that's all there is to it. So now with minusing, you have to remember that the order matters. So now we go f of g, 5x minus 2, and then g of x, 3x plus 5, but we're subtracting the whole thing. So we have to think of that second one, that g of x is in parentheses. And that negative applies to every piece. So it's really 5x minus 2 minus 3x minus 5. Okay? Not just minus the 3x, it's minus the 5 as well. So negative 2 and negative 5 give us negative 7. 5 minus 3 gives us 2x. So f minus g of x equals 2x minus 7. Okay? Now number 3, we're dealing with multiplication here. So we take f of x, 5 to the x, times 4. And really there's nothing we can do to simplify this. We can just rearrange it. So f times g of x is going to equal 4 times 5x. Okay, not much. Sometimes there isn't a whole lot you can do. Same with the division. So that's like f of x over g of x. We usually put it as a fraction. Okay, so we'd go 5 to the x divided by 4. Okay, now we could simplify that and make that 1/4 times 5 to the x, or we could just leave it this way. Either way works, but that's f divided by g of x equals either one of those. Okay? Alright, now problems 5 through 8. We've got this is f of x, this is g of x. We're going to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So first one, negative 2 plus 7x plus 4. The second one, negative 2 minus 7x plus 4. Then negative 2 times 7x plus 4. And then negative 2 divided by 7x plus 4. Okay? So the first one, negative 2, positive 4, we get 7x. So this is number 5. 7x plus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. So there's our answer. Okay? The second one, that minus applies to both. So negative 2 minus 7x minus 4. We get negative 7x minus 6. Because negative 2 and negative 4 give us negative 6. Okay? 7 timesing, we distribute. Negative 2 times 7, negative 14x. Negative 2 times 4, minus 8. And the last one, there's not really a whole lot we can do on this one. So I would honestly just leave it like that. Could we try to simplify this? A little bit, but because of this plus, it makes it a lot harder to do. So I would just leave that one like that. Not a whole lot more I can do for it. Alright, last two story problems. Jenna makes $7 per hour babysitting plus a flat fee to cover her round-trip bus fare. Round-trip bus fare is $4. Write a function to represent this scenario. Her bus fare is increased to $5 for the round trip. What is the new function to represent Jenna's take-home pay? How has the function rule changed? Okay. So, she makes 7 per hour. So if x is hours, we'd have f of x equals 7x, right? Now her bus fare is $4, so we'd add that to it. Okay, so we'd get 7x plus 4, right? Now, for bus fares increased to 5, okay, what happened? Well, we added another $1, didn't we? So, the new function would be 7x plus 5. How has the function rule changed? Well, we just added 1 to this one. Okay, that's really all I can see that it would be talking about. Number 10. Jorge is growing bacteria for an experiment in the science class. He starts with 1 bacterium, which doubles every 4 hours. Write a function to represent this scenario. Okay, so we'd go f of x equals, he starts with 1, so this is exponential, right? And then it doubles, so timesing by 2 every 4 hours, so x over 4. Okay, right it is. So there's our function. Jorge's classmate Jacob grows the same type of bacteria but starts with 3 organisms. What is the function rule to represent the number of bacteria in Jacob's experiment? So his would be g of x would equal 3 times 2x to the 4th. Okay, how are the two function rules different? Well, this one has a 1, this one has a 3. Basically, we could say we took this one and times it by 3. Okay, to make the different function rule. Alright, there we go.